Hi everyone, welcome to Live Your Happy 365. I am, as always, very grateful to be with you today. Christian is out of town now, so I'll be facilitating the lesson for today. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you a really cute story that I thought would be kind of fun to share. I'm reading from the course book today. Sometimes I read from my phone or my iPad, but I'm reading from the Course in Miracles, the lesson in the back, and I warmed my heart because it reminds me who gave me this book, and who gave me this book was Judith Scutch, and she's one of the elders and one of the only ones alive that were from the very beginning. When the course was published, she was part of helping it get published, and she's actually now her daughter is, but she used to be the president of Foundation for Inner Peace. And I went to visit her a while back, a couple years ago in 2017 when Christian and I got married, and she invited us for lunch. And we had just gotten married, so the whole lunch turned into sort of like, it felt like a wedding lunch. It was like a wedding celebration because Christian and I had just gotten married. And she was so beautiful. She's just this woman is filled with so much joy, and I connected so much with her daughter Tamara. And I remember she told me to come to the couch, and she's like, "Come here, Maria, come." And she had me sit down, and she was all giggly, and she was so happy. And she brings out my book, Live Your Happy, and she wanted me to sign Live Your Happy for her. And I was just so touched and moved and honored because the Course in Miracles is a teaching that I've been following for over 20 years. And for one of the elders to look at my face and tell me what a blessing Live Your Happy is to the Course community, and how I've made everything so much lighter and such joy and fun and practical in my book. The way that I share the Course in Miracles is so accessible, and she just wanted to thank me for that. And she said a lot of things to me that day, but that really stood out for me. And then she gave me the book, and she dedicated it to me, and it says, "To Rev Maria Felipe, with great appreciation for bringing a Course in Miracles to the world. We all love you, Judy Winston, along with Helen, Bill, and Ken in spirit." Isn't that sweet? So this book holds just really a lot of energy for me. I love Judy so much and everything that she's done. She's such a beautiful soul, and we had a beautiful day that day. Speaking of, lesson 50 has everything to do with that story, which is I am sustained by the love of God. And Judy's just such a beautiful symbol of that we are sustained by the love of God, because I'm sure that she's gone through a lot ever since the course was published, and how she and her family have stuck to it through all these transitions that have taken place throughout the journey. So we think about you, Judy, as we do the lesson today, that we are also sustained by the love of God. And if you can do it as a symbol, as a sister, we can also be sustained by God through anything and everything. And I love here in the 4th paragraph of the lesson where it says, "Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence." Right? Yeah, we're allowing now, doing these lessons, we are so willing, I feel, to get here. And that's why this sentence really touches me, because if we tune into that love of God within us, this is so true. Like, we can really resolve any seeming difficulty without effort and sure confidence. And this is God's will for us, is for nothing that is not of love to touch us. Nothing that is not of love to take away our peace or our happiness. Nothing that is not of love to no longer hinder us in any way. And this is what this is reminding us again, is I am sustained by the love of God, is that I'm not sustained by my little self, my separated self, the egoic thought system that I've created. We let go of being sustained of this separation that we've created in our little world and our little, our little world with our friends and our family and what we think we are, our roles, is to start to open up and know that there's so much more. There's so much more. And that so much more is what is true, which is not what we think we believe we are. We're so much more than that. So as we start to let go of these problems, in my book I call them big deals, we start to let go of these big deals that we think are such a big deal, our individual problems. And it says here that they can be resolved. They get resolved by understanding that they're not true. Because anything that's not of love is not true. Now, it's hard to say because it feels like it's true, right? It sure seems like I'm looking at you at the camera right now, right? And you're seeing me and I'm seeing you and I have the book in front of me. But what's happening here is peeling off a layer and undoing the egoic thought system to no longer allow ourselves to lie to ourselves any longer. And to believe that there's anything outside of us that can hurt us. And I know by sheer experience that when I have trusted and when I have let go of the future or stopped thinking about something and how it's going to be or what's going to be the outcome, when I've let go of that, I have felt such peace. And that's when I'm sustained by the love of God, is when I am not concerned about anything that's not even here yet. Because not even here yet. And so much could happen tomorrow and the next day of any time. So all that I have is now. And right now I can choose to be sustained by the love of God and have no worries. Again, we go back to this sentence, through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties. We can do this in first person, by the way, all day long, without effort and ensure confidence. I can resolve all seeming difficulty without effort and with sure confidence. And that is available right here and right now in this moment. And it takes something. It takes work. That's why I always say we have to get to work, and we need to be very willing, have big willingness. The Course of Miracles says all we need is a little bit of willingness and miracles happen. And in Live Your Happy, I say all we need is big willingness, just to have a little fun with it, to really do the lessons as best as we can, and to also love ourselves through not doing it perfect, because it's always what it is. Like yesterday, I did the 10-minute exercise in the morning and on the plane, because I'm a lesson ahead of you guys so that I have time to film them and experience them, right? So last night when I was going to go to bed, I was not feeling the lesson. I was making myself think that I was tired and I was sleepy, and I didn't do it, and I didn't judge myself about it, and I feel like not judging myself about the lesson is actually doing the lesson, because God wants us to be loving with ourselves. Right? All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for joining me. This is lesson number 50. So we've gone through the first 50 lessons together. I have filmed 50 videos, and there's noise outside because of, I don't know what they're doing out there, but we'll let it be like music that just reminds us that the ruckus that's going on out there and that noise that's going on out there, it can't stop this. The ruckus in the mind cannot take us away from the peace of God. All right, guys, since we're on the 50th lesson and you feel called to share your gifts or to give a love offering to my ministry, most of the work I do is donation based. Everything I do. I have free videos access here on YouTube. You can also hear my videos on Spotify, on my podcast, also on Spreaker, and also on iTunes, I think. Yeah, I think I already said that. So they're all free, all my talks on there. So if you feel you want to give back, if you're getting any value from these videos that we're doing, it's greatly appreciated. I always say my career is God, and I'm just every day creating content for everyone so that we can really wake up to the truth of who we are. I will put the link to the donation on the description. And if you feel called even to give $5, $10, $20, I've been saying $1 a day. So that would be $50 till this day if you've gotten to lesson 50, or when you do get to lesson 50. That would be greatly appreciated. So appreciated if you can support my mission in spreading happiness. There's a lot of resources I need to pay for and a lot of things that I also need to invest in so that I can continue to share this message, such as my mailing list program, my social media team that helps me, and many other things that need to be covered. So with your help, this message continues to be accessible to people for free. I also do a class once a month that's also free. It's called Live Your Happy Tune In, and I will be putting that in the description below. And also here on Facebook, I have over 200 talks on different topics of the Course in Miracles, sermons that I've given at Unity churches that are also free and you have access to 24 hours a day. So I hope that my work serves you, my sharing of these resources serves you, and I love you. We're on this journey together. Till next time. Choo choo!